Alright, this is the HP8 Caliburn. I'm going to show you the internals of the main HP8 engine. This is the HP8 engine. You basically have your pusher, which is this big piston, which moves back and forth in here, and it seals to the barrel with these O-rings. There's another, I don't know if you can see that, it's a guide rod that holds the air back until it gets to its release point. It's basically, it keeps it from releasing the air out of this barrel until it gets far enough to get off of that, and then it fires all the air out. This threads directly onto the solenoid, and this solenoid is powered by that battery. This is a printed part, but you could easily swap it out with a metal or plastic, actually like meant for pressure counterpart. This has been working really well, actually. It has held all the way up to 150 psi, and I've had no issues. I would recommend solid print settings though, as it would probably pop apart pretty easily at lower pressures if you didn't. But everything else here is just assembled as shown. You have your elbow, your nipple, your valve, and your bushing, and then your pressure fitting. So I didn't bring the tank, but you would just plug that onto there and it would fire all the air out of it. Down here on the bottom, this one's actually really simple. You literally just replace the grip. You just take out this screw and the screw on the other side, and you just slide it on, you wire it up. These here are actually just pipe clamps. You just cut them really short, make sure they don't protrude above this right here, otherwise they'll get the battery stuck. But you can kind of see how those just pop out of the design there. Oh, and I left room right here for the trigger mechanism, because the trigger is bungee, and this right here is the new hole for the bungee, so then it can still be like flush. That was the spring. I think that's pretty much it. The trigger mechanism is pretty simple. It's just this right here. It's a solid piece of copper that you would get from like the wiring in your walls, and I just flattened one out, put it here, and soldered that onto it. And you don't need the aluminum. You can just do your 3D printed sear and trigger, because this is just like super glued on. You just need to solder here and here. So you're going to need a solder iron if you want to do this project. But everything else is listed, and you would just solder your release things here. The reason why these are here is so you can actually pop out the whole mechanism without needing to like cut wires and resolder them again. Just ergonomics, I guess. These kind of get in the way, but you can just glue them up. Not that much of an issue. That's pretty much it.